Hi there and welcome back to a new video. Happy New Year! I hope this one is a bit better than the last one. And I'm recording this voiceover as I watch snow fall off in the park that I have in front of my house. And this is a sight that's very rare for me. Here in Madrid we don't have that much snow unless it's on the mountains. So I haven't seen snow fall this much in 10 years or so. I thought that was worth mentioning. Today I come to you to talk about my artist goals for this year. I've been doing this sort of video and post in my blog for about 2 years or so. I've come from the point where I didn't really like to set up goals and resolutions to actually have them as a point of reference. On January, I do like to reflect on a lot of things from the previous year and just try to reflect on what's good, what's not, what I have achieved, and what I want to keep achieving or achieve in the future. I don't know, I feel like this has been helping. It doesn't mean that I don't do this sort of reflection during the year, but New Year's is sort of a fresh start. I always say like, oh, I'm not a big goals and resolutions girl, but now I feel like I've come to be one of them. Just before I start, I want to say that I have a couple of new stickers in my website shop, but I'm also running a very special sale on my Chilling Adventures of Sabrina stickers and enamel pin in my Etsy shop. It's a 10% off sale and it will be up until the beginning of February. You can get just the sticker or you can get just the enamel pin or get it in a pack where you can also get an extra sticker and it's a bit cheaper. So if you want to get that out, I'll leave the link down below also to my Etsy shop. So this is a slow down chatty video, so if you want to go and grab a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or draw or sketch while you listen to me, go ahead and do it. And let's get into the first thing I want to mention, my mottos for this year. And this is the first time I've set up a motto for myself, but I feel like it's time. And besides, these two things have been on my mind for years, I just haven't considered them a motto. And these two are be consistent, and the second one is get work done ahead of time. And as I said, these two things have been on my mind constantly, but I haven't really put them out as mottos. So, the first one, I feel like consistency is key for everything. Whatever you want to achieve, if you're consistent, if you keep fighting towards it, you'll get there. I've always kept this in mind. I've always thought, well, if I keep working on my drawing, on my illustration, I keep putting things online, promoting myself, creating a website, all of this stuff that comes with being an artist nowadays, I will get somewhere. I will get where I want to be. And, it's taking a lot of time. Social media hasn't made it easy for small artists to grow. But I'm starting to see small growth after being consistent for so many years. Well, I haven't been fully consistent for some things, but I've been mostly consistent this past 4 or 5 years. And I feel like it's starting to pay off. Is that small ray of hope that I wanted to have. So I'm just keeping it in mind, keeping the be consistent motto in mind. And then the get work ahead of time, of course, is a typical thing. But it's still hard for me to keep work done ahead. And because of my circumstances, before I kept moving around because of my living situation, my college was far away and I kept moving around between that and my parents' and my boyfriend's house. So now that I'm stable, that I'm living in my own house with my boyfriend, I want to get a better routine. I want to get work ahead of time. So that means I'm not always stressed out to have content for the moment. I'm always recording stuff 1 week ahead or so, and then when it comes the day to post it, I'm just editing it out at the last minute. And it's really stressful, it really burns me out. For example, I really like editing videos and I really like writing blog posts, but when I have to do it at the last minute, it's just very draining. So that's the thing I want to work on. And then of course I have individual goals. I always try to set up habits that will stick. I don't try to set up these habits of going to the gym every day that are a bit unrealistic if you haven't done it before. I try to set up habits that I feel like they're going to stick with me, or they're like kind of modifications of what I already do to get better. The first is try to sketch more. Spend more time in my sketchbook because I feel it's really beneficial. And I've always had my ups and downs with my sketchbook. Sometimes I will use it every day. I will complete a sketchbook really quickly, and some other times I wouldn't touch my sketchbook for weeks. And I'm gonna try to set up a goal to try and do 10 and 15 minutes in the morning of sketchbooking, doodling, whatever comes to mind. It doesn't have to be good or perfect. It can just be drawing circles for 10-15 minutes in the morning as a sort of warm-up while I take my breakfast, for example. You know, if it takes longer, that's completely fine. And if it doesn't, then that's good too. I just want to implement that habit because it serves as both a warm-up, and also I feel it will help me get more comfortable in my sketchbook, because there's always this I don't know what to draw, and this sort of pressure for it to be cute and good looking, even though it's in your personal sketchbook. And besides, I am working on a sketchbook workshop class for Skillshare. This is another goal I have for this year. I'm hoping to launch it in the next 1-2 months, so I'm gonna buckle down and work on that for this upcoming months. This is precisely because of the same. I've been thinking about sketchbooking more, using my sketchbook better and all of that for so many time that I do just want to buckle down and do it, and that's why I called it sketchbook workshop and not exactly a sketchbook course, because this is something I want for us to do together. By the way, if you want to stay tuned to whatever I do and the progress of my sketchbook workshop, I'll leave a link to my mailing list down below, but I'll also be updating it here on YouTube and probably on my Instagram and Twitter. I'll of course be promoting it when I put it out. As I said, another habit I want to implement is I want to start batching certain tasks and assigning a day to them, so I can sort of be more productive with that. I want to keep working on improving my organization. I feel like this past couple of years I've gotten so much better at organizing myself. I've done bullet journaling, track the time I spend doing stuff, just to keep an overall look of how much I work. It has improved a lot, but I want to keep working on that because I still have areas where I feel like I sort of lack, and I don't know if it's because of organization or just because I need to get better at working at home and compartmentalize certain work tasks with life and house tasks. The boundaries get mixed and you start like mixing house tasks and work tasks, and then you don't get either of them fully done. Another thing that I feel is important that I get down soon is that I get down with time. I want to work some boundaries and leave the weekends free to myself. I'm probably gonna start with just leaving the Sunday off and work on Saturdays too, and then I'm gonna try to move along during the year to change it to a full weekend. And then one of the main goals I have for this year is to draw more. And I'm gonna explain myself. Sometimes when you hear this, you say, all right, you're an artist, what do you do apart from drawing? But there's so many business, shop, blog, YouTube tasks that have been taking up my time that I have barely drawn. That's why actually I take 1 week off to do art challenge for myself that I have in a vlog from a couple of weeks ago. And that was exactly because of it, because I felt like I wasn't drawing enough. This is mainly because a couple of years ago, I did set myself a goal to focus on learning. And that was really good. That was amazing. It helped a lot because I felt like I was lacking some skills, and I decided to focus on that and work on that. But then it kind of got mixed with an art burned out stage. I will mostly create for those courses and stuff. I don't know why, but that spiraled down into a sort of burnout art block phase that a couple of months ago I felt like I got out of. I'm really motivated to draw. I feel like really excited to tackle down projects, to do certain illustrations and ideas I have. I have a lot of ideas right now. I really want to improve my portfolio because I'm actively searching for freelance work. So I want to put out a portfolio that's better looking, that reflects more the style and the art I can do right now. Because most of the pieces that I have that are good are from 2 years ago, before I started this sort of study journey. Actually, I've just decided today, as I was jolting down some of my last goals in writing, that I want to do 100 drawings this year. And actually, I don't know if when you hear this, it feels like a lot or not to you, but for me, I don't think it's that much, because I recall like 2-3 years ago when I had time to draw, I will probably post 250 or 300 posts on Instagram a year, and most of them were finished pieces. I will say like maybe 10% of it were doodles and sketchbook pages, but a lot of them were actually finished pieces. So I was thinking that 100 doesn't seem as much. I will tell you and update you about it in a while. I've already done 2. Yeah, that's a 2% done. I've also made a tracker in my bullet journal for this so I can keep track. And just in case you want to read these goals and resolutions in a bit of more of a no orderly manner, they will be in my blog next week in a blog post, and I usually organize them better like there. A few other goals, these are not exactly habits, but goals I want to achieve this year. And this is going to be sort of a mix of lifestyle, artist sort of goals. So one of these more lifestyle related goals is to do a bit more of exercise, to move a bit more. Because of what has been happening in the world, we have been more stuck at home than usual, and I have let go of some things. I've definitely indulged in more sweets and chocolates than I should, and I have been moving a bit less. I'm not a big fan of exercise. I've never been. I've tried running, I've tried certain sets of exercises from some time, but I'm not really into it. What I have been doing so far is yoga, and I really do like it. And I go for walks, and I do like going for walks regularly. Basically, what I want to do is just get back into that routine. And with yoga, I've been doing it, but it has never been really a regular thing. I did it mostly when I was free from other stuff, like when I was on vacation from college. But I want to implement it into my routine and make it more of a daily, or at least, a few days a week sort of habit. So far, just started with that. In December, I actually did quite a lot of yoga for my regular, and now I've started to do the 30 days of yoga with Adrian, with Yoga with Adrian here on YouTube. I love her channel. She's so awesome and so sweet. And I've done actually more of her 30-day programs playlists before, but they've never been on consecutive days and never been on the proper date it has been launched. So I actually started this January to follow along with the proper 30 days of yoga with Adrian this year. And I've already done the first 5 days. I feel like that's a good first step. And then I want to start going on walks more regularly, just a few times a week at least. But I do definitely need to move a bit more because our artist jobs are so sedentary. Alright, apart from that, I do want to finish my uni degree. I only have my final degree project left, and otherwise, except from that project, I'm done with uni. I don't have classes anymore. I already passed all my subjects and everything, so that's the only thing left. I'm planning on finishing it this year and get done with uni, be graduated officially at last. Then another of my goals are to, as I said, put out my Skillshare class, and if that goes well and if I like the process and it has been entertaining and it helps people, I'm hoping I'll maybe do another one by the end of the year. I've also been working, not exactly a lot, but I've been prepping the work for a watercolor ebook that goes along with a free series I have in my blog to help out people begin with watercolors. So I've been working a bit on that, and I want to put that ebook out also this year. And lastly, one of my main goals this year is to try and do freelance full-time. I do need to get more freelance work to have a bit more of a stable income. I'm setting up a monetary goal to kind of try to keep every month, and of course if I make more, that's awesome. I'm gonna try to actively search for freelance work and start to get my fit in, because I know a lot of people say it at first it's really hard to get freelance work, and then you have like regular clients and everything. It's just stable, sort of stable as it can be for an artist. I usually also do a reflection over last year goals, but I don't have them here right now. And I just want to say that last year for me particularly wasn't as bad as you would think. I've increased my income quite a lot compared to previous years from illustration and commissions and stuff. And overall, my blog has grown, my YouTube has grown, my social media is starting to get out of a social media rut, of an algorithm rut it seemed to be for a couple of years. So the work that I've been putting is paying off. And overall, this past month, I've actually been really happy because I feel like I'm getting somewhere and that I can maybe make a living as an artist fully without having to worry that much about money as I'm doing right now. Maybe in a year, maybe in half a year, I don't know. I hope it's shorter than that. And I've been hopeful. I've been feeling really happy about that. So overall, when I reflect over my 2020, despite everything, because of course we've all had our ups and downs with this, it has been good and I'm not complaining, and I'm thankful for everything that is starting to pay off so far. So I wanted to end with that because that's some sort of a positive note. So yeah, if you do have any goals and resolutions for this year, feel free to share them in the comments. I would love to talk to you about that as well. Feel free to leave me your thoughts about any goal or resolution. If something has sparked an idea on you or anything, I'm one of those that knows that this isn't gonna be solved from one day to another, but I do hope it slowly starts to get better. So I wish you the best for this year. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye!